So someone told you about Dave doing kind of like the same sort of stuff, and you wanted to meet him.
Yeah, well, I was doing scrap metal and this and that, so I'd always come across these cars that still run, and I'd just be tearing them apart, stripping them down, and sending them in for scrap, and they're not worth any less. You know, if you jump them and smash them up, it's scrap metal. So I figured, you know, I'll bring my vehicles out there, have a little fun, and make some videos, and then still get my money back that I was going to get anyway when I bought the car to scrap it the first place.
So when did you finally meet him? When was that?
It was last summer. June, maybe.
And what did you think of the guy when you first met him?
Well, I don't know. I thought he was cool. Had a cool place to hang out. Everybody around there seemed cool, and it was awesome. I had a blast.
Were you there a lot?
Yeah, every weekend.
Till the accident.
Until the accident.
And what did you do up there on the weekends? What? Who was up there? Who were the people around you?
Well, there's different people every week, but you know, there was a few of the main guys or whatever.
Are we talking? Were there 10 people, 20 people, 30 people? Did he have parties? I mean,
well, it was
paint the picture for me.
I don't know. It was just, you know, I usually go there Friday afternoon and, you know, work on some cars and stuff and get things going. And then, you know, the next, you know, we sort of, like me and my girlfriend had just a camper up there, so we would just sleep together. So when it was bedtime, we just close her up for the night or whatever. But, you know, like we don't drink or anything like that. And there's a lot of beer drinking going on out there. So once 10 or 11 o'clock rolls around and everybody starts getting a little wild, you know, we just shut her down and
the people that were up there, were they adults or were they kids?
Well, for the most part adults, but there was kids up there. Not sleaze of them or anything, but...
So before we get to the actual accident, what other sort of things did you do when you were up there?
Oh, racing and, you know, just taking these cars, beating the hell out of them and fixing them when they need fixing and just putting the pedal to the floor and hammer down.
And you liked it? You liked doing that? You liked being around it?
Oh, yeah. Well, it wasn't him. I mean, if there wasn't a farm, I wouldn't have, you know, it's not like, I knew him because of the farm and went out there because of the farm and because of what you could do out there, and it was fine. I mean, I had the time of my life. It was awesome.
So tell me about the incident that sort of was the beginning of the end for you guys. What happened?
Well, the weekend before, like I've been wanting to find, I put ads on the internet looking for, well, scrap vehicles, but once I started going out there, I wanted, like, you know, he had the bus and the dump truck and all that and stuff, so I wanted something crazy. Like, I was looking for a garbage truck, a Winnebago, a friggin' city bus, whatever I could get. That's just like, holy crap, that guy jumped that, you know what I mean? Because I was jumping these cars, like, huge, like...
So you would take a car and jump over whatever the obstacle was?
Yeah, well, the same jump that I hit with the Winnebago, I took a car over that quite a few times. Just cleared the whole thing.
So what was the jump? Was it like a gully of some kind, or a little bit
It was like a mound, like just a dirt hill. Like, I mean, it's an old gravel pit, so, you know, there's trails and roads, and, you know, they've dug it all down, and then it's just like a gravel wall, and you drive up it enough times, and she's a road now, and you just hit her fast enough. And
so what happened? You ended up getting, how did you get the Winnebago? What happened?
Whose
Whose idea was all this, by the way, to do this?
My idea.
It was your idea.
You know, I just wanted to bring something that nobody brought out there yet. And, we were a couple weeks before there, you know, I told some of the people that were going out there, I told them, oh, you guys are gonna have a fit when you see what I got, right? And they're just like, I wouldn't tell them. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna tell you. Like 6 guys end up coming here. You gotta tell us, you know what I mean? And, you know, so I was like, okay, well, you know, I told them, and then we made this video. It's called Crazy Weekend Talk. And, you know, we're saying things like, oh, this could be it. You know, we're gonna die, and this and that. You know, this could be the last YouTube video, and blah blah blah. And, you know, we're just joking around and having fun. And obviously, I knew there was potential of getting hurt. I wasn't looking forward to a broken back. Jumping the cars, I got hurt lots, torn rib muscles, huge bruises across my chest from the seatbelt. You know, and tore all the tendons in my, the sheath that goes around the tendons in your arm. So I thought my arm was going to be buggered. For months, I could hardly move my hand. It was this clicking noise up in my arm, and it was terrible. But, you know, you got to be tough when you're dumb, and, you know, I heal pretty quick.
So when you did these stunts, right? Did you do the stunts because you figured that might be a bit of a money-making venture for you on YouTube, or?
It was just, When I first started making the videos, it was just to make some videos to show my friends my crazy lawn chair that I built or whatever, right? And then once I started going out to Dave's, I mean, obviously he's making money at it, whatever. And, it wasn't. It was like if I become a partner and start making money off it, great. If I don't, well, that's fine too.
Was he sharing his money with you?
No.
So all the money that he made, and he showed, I think on one of the docs, I saw he had like a check for $15,000. Did he ever give you any of that, and was some of that stuff yours?
No. His YouTube channel, his ads, his AdSense, his account, his money.
So you didn't expect it, in other words, right? Okay, so tell me what happened the day of the accident.
Well, see, the whole idea from pushing with the truck came from the weekend before, and it was all planned out. We were gonna do the Winnebago jump that weekend. Well, it was rainy and wet, so I tried. The fastest I could get it up to was 60 kilometers an hour, and then it started sort of fishtail. You're losing traction. You're trying to give up on gas, and it's just not. The fastest I could get it was 60. And the front came up, but the back only came up a couple inches, right? So we were talking. Oh well, if we push it with the truck, we can, get her up to speed, and then, but it was cloudy, and I just didn't feel like it, so I just said, well, we'll shut her down next weekend, be nice or whatever, and then we'll do it then. But the pushing with the truck thing just never went away. The only reason why we were going to push it with the truck in the first place is because it was wet, right? Well, the next weekend, and some stuff happened, that just, I really wasn't in, my normal self, there was a little incident where, Dave said some things to me, and I didn't like it. I didn't flip out or anything like that.
What did he say to you? This is the weekend before the incident?
No, this is the weekend of this was hours before the crash.
Okay, what did he say to you?
He just said that I was a stupid idiot and can't believe that I'd do something so stupid, blah, 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 because we were doing a tug of war with this dump truck, which I didn't even want to do, but whatever, videos, blah, blah, blah. So we end up having to rig it up with a shifter through the floor. Well, if you don't pull it out and stomp on the gas, the linkage would hit this makeshift shifter that I cobbled in there, and then I'd drive around with it all the time, and all of a sudden it would bang into neutral. So I'd have to just put it back in drive and carry on. Well, I stomped it so hard for this Winnebago and dump truck tug of war that the kickdown cable for the carburetor's got a linkage that goes down to the transmission. So when I stomped on it, that pushed the thing and it knocked it all the way down into reverse. So, and then it got hung up on it. So, and now it's full throttle in reverse. I'm not even touching the gas or holding the steering wheel or anything, and it just slams full out back into Dave's dump truck. Well, it wasn't something that I did on purpose and this and that. And he just tore me a new one over it. And I'm just standing there like, holy shit, is this guy seriously talking to me like that?
Had he ever done that before?
Well, I've heard him talk to other people like that, and I just thought to myself, holy, you know what I mean? Like just totally ripping people a new one in front of, in this particular weekend, everybody knew the Winnebago jump was going down. So this was the most people I'd ever seen there at one time, and I was there every weekend all summer. So.
So that kind of made you a little. That threw you off a little bit.
That pissed me off, to say the least. But I didn't flip out, cause a scene. I stood there trying to believe my mind, trying to believe what I was hearing. And then. Did
you say anything back to him?
Well, he was, doing something with somebody else, and I says, "Oh, Dave, I need to talk to you for a minute, when you're done there or whatever." And he says, "Oh, what do you want to talk about?" I said, I just need to talk to you for a minute." He says, "Oh, okay." And I'm just standing there waiting. And he's like, "Oh, well, we'll just do it now." Walk away, and I'm like, "So do you think I'm a goof or a chump, or like I'm just some asshole that just talk to you like that?" He says, "Oh no, what are you talking about, punk and stuff?" And I don't think that at all. It's like, well, what was that? Calling me names and stupid stuff in front of everybody like that. He's like, "Oh, I just don't like, that was a stupid thing that you did this and that." And it's like, dude, this is my Winnebago. I didn't even want to do the friggin' tug of war. I didn't want to do Sky Hill. I didn't want to race it. The whole reason I got it was to jump it. So we spent 2 weekends destroying the thing so that when I did jump it, it fell apart and I broke my back. But either way, it was my decision to jump the Winnebago.
So who was in the Winnebago with you, and who was videotaping it? What was going on?
Oh, everybody was videotaping.
So you had a bunch of people that also were with you, right? Like your girlfriend was up there.
Yep, she was videotaping for me.
For you. And so who was in the vehicle with you?
There was me, Rick, one of the other guys out there, Redneck Rickham.
And Redneck Rickham, was he videotaping inside the vehicles?
No. He was just
He was like a
co-pilot.
co-pilot.
Yeah.
Okay. And what happened?
Well, it's just a whole. I mean, looking back on it now, I can see exactly. I mean, it's so obvious, you know. I mean, Dave's Dave, and he's. I mean, you talk to him, and you can tell he's not paying any attention to what you're saying. You know, I mean, he's got 50. I mean, I'm the same way. I mean, you know what I mean. My mind's going 57 different directions at the same time. You know, I don't know. I guess. You know, like me and Dave are similar in a lot of ways. Like he likes building stuff, and I like building stuff, and this and that. I mean, he's got the big shop, and you know, so he can build bigger toys. But
We just lost our.
shutting her down for a minute, or
Yeah, just for a second.